Life on our planet has always been full of surprises. The animals that inhabited it have fascinated us with their unique characteristics, behaviors, and sheer size. But what if we told you that some of them used to be gigantic? From the largest terrestrial animal that ever existed to the colossal marine predators that roamed the oceans, today you'll have the chance to travel back in time and discover the incredible giants that once called Earth home. Join us as we explore the amazing world of prehistoric super creatures and uncover the secrets of their existence. You won't believe the size and power these animals possessed. So get ready for an adventure that will make you feel like a tiny ant in comparison. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Welcome to Paleologic. Today we are excited to share with you the top 10 supermassive creatures that ever existed. These prehistoric animals are truly inspiring, and we can't wait to show them off. Be sure to stick around until the end because number 1 is sure to leave you speechless. Number 10. Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx is one of the most famous and significant fossils ever discovered. It was first found in Germany in 1861 and is considered to be one of the earliest and most important transitional fossils in the fossil record. It was an extremely well-preserved specimen that showed a combination of both reptile and bird-like features. The discovery of Archaeopteryx provided crucial evidence for the theory of evolution by natural selection. It showed that birds evolved from theropod dinosaurs and helped to establish the evolutionary link between reptiles and birds. The skeleton of Archaeopteryx is now one of the most valuable and prized possessions of the Natural History Museum in London. Number 9. Mammoth Steppe. The Mammoth Steppe was a vast grassy plain that stretched from North America to Siberia during the Pleistocene epoch. This biome was dominated by grasses and herbaceous plants and was home to a variety of large mammals, including mammoths, bison, and wild horses. The Mammoth Steppe was characterized by cold winters and short growing seasons, but despite the harsh conditions, it supported a thriving ecosystem. The landscape was open and treeless, which allowed for the movement of large herds of grazing animals. The soil was rich in nutrients, and the climate was relatively stable, although subject to periodic droughts. The Mammoth Steppe played an important role in the history of human migration and development. The large mammals that inhabited the area provided a rich source of food and materials for early humans, and the open landscape facilitated the spread of human populations. However, the Mammoth Steppe eventually disappeared due to a combination of factors, including rising temperatures and changes in precipitation. The disappearance of the Mammoth Steppe also marked the end of an era in the history of Earth's biomes. Number 8. Albinosaurus. Albinosaurus was a genus of sauropod dinosaur that lived in what is now Europe during the late Jurassic period. It was first described in 1842 from the island of Malta and is known from several fossil specimens, including a partial skeleton and some teeth. Albinosaurus was a very large herbivorous dinosaur with a long neck and tail and a relatively small head. It was about 20 meters long and weighed around 30 tons. It had a thick tail that may have been used for balance, and its long neck allowed it to reach high plants that were out of reach of other herbivores. Albinosaurus was closely related to other sauropod dinosaurs such as Diplodocus and Brachiosaurus. It lived in a variety of habitats, including swampy areas and coastal plains. It was well adapted to a semi-aquatic lifestyle and may have spent a lot of time in water to keep cool and to feed on aquatic vegetation. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to a combination of factors, including the end of the Jurassic period and the beginning of the Cretaceous period, which saw a major shift in the global climate. Number 7. Titanoboa. Titanoboa was a genus of giant snake that lived in what is now North America during the late Cretaceous period. It was first described in 1993 from the state of Coahuila in Mexico and is known from several fossil specimens, including a partial skeleton and some teeth. Titanoboa was a truly enormous snake reaching lengths of over 13 meters and weighing up to 1,100 kilograms. It was the largest snake that ever lived and one of the largest terrestrial predators of all time. Titanoboa had a massive head and neck and a powerful jaw that could easily crush the bones of its prey. It was a poikilothermic or cold-blooded animal, meaning that it relied on external sources of heat to regulate its body temperature. Titanoboa lived in a variety of habitats, including swamps, lakes, and rivers. It was an ambush predator that would wait for its prey to come close before striking with its powerful claws. Its long, flexible body allowed it to move through dense vegetation with ease, and its large size made it virtually invisible to its prey. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to the asteroid impact that caused the mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period. Now, 6. Basilosaurus. Basilosaurus is an extinct genus of whale monster that lived in what is now the Atlantic Ocean during the late Eocene epoch. It was first described in 1838 from the island of Sumba in Indonesia and is known from several fossil specimens, including a complete skeleton and some teeth. Basilosaurus was a truly enormous whale monster reaching lengths of over 15 meters and weighing up to 50 tons. It was the largest toothed whale that ever lived, and one of the largest marine predators of all time. Basilosaurus had a massive head and mouth and a powerful tail that could propel it through the water at great speeds. It was a carnivorous animal that fed on other whales, dolphins, and fish. Basilosaurus had a thick layer of blubber that helped it to maintain its body temperature in cold waters, and its large dorsal fin provided stability and maneuverability as it swam. It was a highly successful predator that thrived in the oceans for millions of years. However, at the end of the Eocene epoch, Basilosaurus went extinct along with many other species. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to changes in ocean currents, sea levels, and climate. Number 5. Smilodon. Smilodon is a genus of saber-toothed cat that lived in the Americas during the Pleistocene epoch. It was first described in 1848 from a fossil skull that was found in Argentina and is known from several specimens including complete skeletons. Smilodon was a massive predatory cat with long fangs that were used for delivering a fatal bite to its prey. It was about 3 meters long and weighed around 400 kilograms. Smilodon had a short, powerful build and a large head with a broad muzzle. It was a hypercarnivore that fed mainly on large mammals such as bison and horses. Smilodon was a solitary hunter that stalked its prey before pouncing and using its powerful jaws and claws to bring it down. Despite its size and power, Smilodon eventually went extinct around 11,000 years ago. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to a combination of factors including changes in climate, habitat, and prey availability. Number 4. Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus is an extinct genus of marine reptile that lived in what is now the Western Interior Seaway during the Cretaceous period. It was first described in 1824 from a fossil skull that was found in Texas and is known from several specimens including complete skeletons. Mosasaurus was a large marine reptile with a long body and tail and a short neck. It was about 10 meters long and weighed around 20 tons. Mosasaurus was a carnivorous animal that fed on fish, squid, and other marine reptiles. It had a powerful bite that could easily crush the bones of its prey, and its large size made it one of the top predators in the ocean. Mosasaurus lived in a variety of marine environments, including shallow coastal waters and deep open ocean. It was an apex predator that had few natural enemies. However, at the end of the Cretaceous period, Mosasaurus went extinct along with many other marine reptiles. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to the asteroid impact that caused the mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period. Number 3. C. Megalodon. C. Megalodon is an extinct species of mackerel shark that lived in the world's oceans from the early Miocene to the late Pliocene epochs. It was first described in 1667 by Swedish physician and zoologist Carolus Linnaeus and is known from fossil teeth and vertebrae. C. Megalodon was an extremely large shark reaching lengths of over 20 meters and weighing up to 100 tons. It was the largest shark that ever lived and one of the largest marine predators of all time. C. Megalodon had a massive head and powerful jaws that were lined with razor-sharp teeth. It was a carnivorous animal that fed on whales, dolphins, and other large marine animals. C. Megalodon was a fast swimmer that was capable of traveling long distances, and it had a global distribution during its lifetime. However, at the end of the Pliocene epoch c. Megalodon went extinct. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to changes in ocean temperatures and prey availability. Number 2. Cryolophosaurus. Cryolophosaurus is an extinct genus of theropod dinosaur that lived in what is now Antarctica during the early Jurassic period. It was first described in 1994 from a single fossil skull and is known from a few other fragmentary remains. Cryolophosaurus was a medium-sized carnivorous dinosaur with a long, low skull and a powerful bite. It was about 3 meters long and weighed around 600 kilograms. Cryolophosaurus had sharp teeth and claws that were used for hunting, and its large eyes suggested that it was an active hunter. Cryolophosaurus lived in a variety of habitats, including coastal areas and mountain ranges. It was a generalist predator that fed on a variety of animals, including dinosaurs, mammals, and reptiles. Despite its success as a predator, Cryolophosaurus eventually went extinct around 201 million years ago. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to changes in climate or competition with other predators. Number 1. Argentinosaurus. Argentinosaurus is an extinct genus of titanosaur that lived in what is now Argentina during the late Cretaceous period. It was first described in 1985 from a partial skeleton and is known from a few other specimens, including some vertebrae and ribs. Argentinosaurus was an extremely large herbivorous dinosaur with a long neck and tail and a small head. It was about 30 meters long and weighed around 100 tons. Argentinosaurus had a thick, leathery skin that protected it from predators, and its long neck allowed it to reach high plants that were out of reach of other herbivores. Argentinosaurus lived in a variety of habitats, including swampy areas and river deltas. It was a slow-moving animal that spent most of its time feeding on plants. Despite its huge size, Argentinosaurus eventually went extinct around 66 million years ago. The exact cause of its extinction is unknown, but it was probably due to the asteroid impact that caused the mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about these amazing creatures as much as we did. If you're a fan of prehistoric animals, be sure to check out our channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.